Stadium in Eugene. And the Trojans will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Oregon Ducks offense takes the field for the first time today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
So now it's second and long. Looking for room. It's Bray. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Westbrook. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
We always talk about Yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Autzen Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Trojans offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the mind. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best two teams. All these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, in the middle of the season, you can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Grab behind the line. It's Harvey. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Just keep slinging it. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Still looking, on the move. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And how about the awareness by this guy? On 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics. And also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Russo.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Tollefson. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10.
3rd down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Quick release on the RPO. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is good. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Snagged out of the air. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches. Oh, the fake yup man looking for room. Special teams heading out after the 3rd down completion's not quite special enough to move the chains.
Nobody in this stadium was expecting fake punt there. 4th and inches, you thought you'd just leave the offense out. Maybe you quarterback sneak and see if you can get it, but the fake punt works perfectly. Obviously, they didn't have far to go, but it made it interesting. But they pick up the first, and the drive stays alive.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires complete on the crosser. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Ducks decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Off the play fake on first down. Gonna take a shot. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. And the Trojans will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. Down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. The defense snuffed out any attempt to move forward on the last play, and now it's third and goal from the 2. Looking for the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Oregon. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He'll pull it down. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. They're dealing with a second and long. After the the incompletion. Back to the passing game. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out, because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them there.
The Trojans have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time he's got his man.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
And I think it's a play call.
There he goes. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Man, and on that 4th and short run, I think he thought he was going to score. He saw the end zone, his eyes started getting big, and they were able to get to him right before he got home. But hey, if you're on offense, why not just give it to him again on this next 1st down play?
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to surprise him with the pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable 3rd and long situation.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Out of space. He's at the 40. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get
turning it on. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
That RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Power ahead. just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 3rd and goal for the offense. He's got him. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keen on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on 1st down. Slams it! And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds a tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got it in the middle, it's McCown. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw...
Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Off play action. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Green.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The Ducks come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. He'll try to do it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
On the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem.
Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shot saved the touchdown.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
There's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Tollefson. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Offense set on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Grabbed over the middle. It's Russo. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And the Trojans are marching down the field. Leaves it with the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. DB's right up on the receivers. The play action fake. Takes a hit as he fires.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for the...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. North Texas looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before the year is out. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Tight end now in motion. Might be calling a hot route. They'll try to get outside. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Fakes to grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Daniels. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll line up for a second down play. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Trojans come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one.
Here we go. And go.
They'll try the run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Trojans have pushed it inside the 20. Caught in the backfield. It's Gadecki. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll pull it on the read. Got some movement into the goal line. And the defense jumps on it and they get that turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At the 15, he's loose. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They'll give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. Give to the running back. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you use...
Intercepted to stop the threat. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off to the 26.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll ride the hot hand. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Buys a little time. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Smashes it between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Go straight ahead. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Wormley. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39.
3-2 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Daniels.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer,